Welcome back to our continuing coverage of Florence. Here I am, meteorologist Alex Wallace in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Right behind me, that is the Cape Fear River, which continues to climb and will continue to do so. Expected to peak and crest tomorrow at about 62 feet. So we still have quite a ways to go, and no doubt concerns here in the Fayetteville area. I do want to bring in now Congressman Richard Hudson, represents the 8th District. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it's a really busy time for you, but we appreciate you taking the time to chat with us.
Well, great to be with you, and thank you for the tireless round-the-clock coverage you and the other professionals at the Weather Channel are providing for us, the citizens here in North Carolina.
Well, so now as we are seeing things shaping up at this current time, how is your district faring from Florence so far, and what are you expecting as we go forward?
Well, conditions are improving, but we're not out of the woods. We're still very concerned about flooding, not only here with the Cape Fear, but a lot of rivers and streams across North Carolina continuing to rise. We still have a threat of flash floods. We still have down power lines. We continue to tell people, please don't get out if you don't have to. Please continue to listen to the Weather Channel and other venues where if you get a notification that you need to get out, please heed those warnings.
Now, are you satisfied and happy with the sort of the response that emergency responders have had for those folks who have needed that help over the last couple of days?
Well, it's been a tremendous effort. We've got over 1,200 swiftwater rescue folks here in North Carolina, EMS, Highway Patrol, the U.S. military, National Guard, a lot of folks working to rescue people. Those efforts are still ongoing. You can't say enough about the brave individuals who have been working around the clock, in the dark, in the rain, to get people to safety.
And you said things are still ongoing, still unfolding, and the worst could be yet to come for some of these areas that are pretty close to this Cape Fear River, the Little River as well. That's another area that's under concern because we could be looking at multiple homes, businesses that could be impacted.
Absolutely. The water's continuing to rise. There are places like Norwood, North Carolina, Star, North Carolina, where we have some flooding. We're still concerned. We're watching, but really, anywhere across this part of the state, people need to be vigilant. Need to continue to listen for warnings from the authorities, from law enforcement, and from emergency management.
So, how do you get that message out? Because people outside here on this Monday, conditions look pretty good in terms of the sun's coming out. There's not a whole lot of rain. The winds are coming down, but there's still a fear. How do you get that message to the folks that it's still dangerous?
Well, we appreciate the job you and the other folks in the media do to help us. People need to listen to the radios, watch your TV, listen for those announcements. We've got people, in some cases, people going door to door to warn folks who are in flooded areas. I was in Moore County yesterday, and that was the case where we had a neighborhood that was under threat, and they literally went door to door to warn people it's time to get out.
And this is an area, Congressman, that is certainly still at this point trying to recover from just 2 years ago with Hurricane Matthew. Well,
I just made the point. Here's two 500-year floods in 2 years, and a lot of folks here are saying, when's enough? And, here we are looking at a Cape Fear rising again to historic levels. It's frustrating. We're still rebuilding from Matthew, but in the days and weeks that come, a Republican president, Democrat governor, bipartisan delegation, we're going to be working together with local folks to make sure we rebuild.
And you're confident you have the resources that you need going forward?
Well, we have the resources in the short term, but I think it's going to be incumbent on Congress to provide more resources for North Carolina.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Congressman. We certainly appreciate you joining us. Good luck to you here in the coming days. I know it's a tough time, a busy time, but we certainly appreciate you. All right. Well, let's get